In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Having been accused of Sapianism for the yet uncaptured creature in a past trial and proven guilty by the sworn oath of Jacob Clerval, you now stand accused of murder, breaking and entering, abuse, defilement of corpses, and aggravated assault on the monster's behalf. How do you plead?
Innocent, Your Honour. Whilst every day I'm racked with guilt for the lives that were lost, it was on the monster's behalf, not mine.
You have chosen to defend yourself, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honour.
In that case, you may have some brief opening statements.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is today that I wish to prove to you that I am an innocent man. If you were to hold me guilty for these crimes, then you would have to arrest any mother whose child stole candy from a store, any general whose plan of battle went high. Sadly, mistakes were made in the quest for knowledge, and while their cost was greatly, you cannot arrest me for them. Mistakes must be made. I will go free.
As the system itself is representing the prosecution, they will not have an opening statement. We will now bring in the first witness, Mr. Baker Bill.
Do I just sit here?
Mr. Bill, what did you witness that leads you here to be standing before this court?
I witnessed a horrifying monster terrorising my town and my people. Luckily, the town banded together with pitchforks and torches and managed to drive him out of town. In the time it took for that to happen, he had already terrorised the people who have been victim to his inflicted terror.
I'm sorry you had to experience such a thing. If you need a moment, feel free to take it.
Thank you.
If I may ask, who do you hold responsible for these actions?
I hold the monster and the defendant responsible. While the monster was a mindless beast, the defendant, Dr. Frankenstein, caused its creation and could have prevented such things from occurring if he had used a proper failsafe.
Are you sure this is a serious accusation?
I am, Your Honour.
Okay, do you have anything else you wish to present to the court?
No, Your Honour.
Elizabeth, you claim that the monster created by Victor Frankenstein brutally murdered your cousin William. Is this true?
Yes, Your Honour.
And do you think Frankenstein should be held responsible for these crimes?
Of course not. Frankenstein wasn't in his right mind. He's been deprived of basic human needs for over 2 years. That awful creature had a mind of its own and therefore should be responsible for his own actions.
Do you believe that Frankenstein is innocent?
Yes, Your Honour.
And these answers are not persuaded by the fact that Frankenstein is your own family?
No, Your Honour.
From what we've seen in the evidence, Frankenstein disrupted dead bodies by digging up their graves and removing their body parts to make his monster. Do you accept or deny these claims, Frankenstein?
My actions were only due to the fact that the university denied me access to any proper materials that would allow me to perform these things.
That's horrific. How could you?
It was the greatest innovation in all of scientific history. I had to.
So you accept that despite being rejected, you went ahead with your experiment anyway and broke the law on multiple occasions to create the monster?
Yes, Your Honour, yes.
Elizabeth, you are dismissed.
I can't believe you did this. Maybe you did it after all.
Let us bring the last witness to the stand, Felix. Please take the witness stand.
Thank you.
So, Felix, you claim that the monster broke into you and Agatha's little cottage and attempted to kill her before you grabbed your musket and shot at it before it ran away into the nearby woods. Is this correct, Felix?
Yes. The ugly beast broke into me and Agatha's little cottage and grasped her by the throat in an attempt to kill her. It is then when I grabbed my musket from the kitchen and shot at the monster. Entirely for self-defense.
Do you think that Frankenstein should be held responsible for these crimes and burnt at the stake?
Yes, Your Honour. I believe that Frankenstein is more of a monster than the creature itself. The creature is merely a reflection of him. The crimes he committed was purely due to the inhumane way Frankenstein treated it.
Objection! Your Honour, that's an insane claim with no backing.
Silence, this is not your time to speak.
Yes, Your Honour.
With all due respect, Your Honour, If Dr. Frankenstein had treated this creature with the love and respect he deserved, like a child, maybe the creature would have matured into a better person. Although the monster committed some heinous crimes, I am not condoning them. Frankenstein should be held fully responsible for not only the vile mistreatment of a sentient being, but for the murderous rampage he sent him.
Is there anything else you wish to say?
No, Your Honor.
With that closing statement, I will now refer to the jury and we shall come to a conclusion.
20 minutes later.
After referring to the jury, the court finds Victor Frankenstein guilty on the charges of murder, breaking and entering, abuse, robbery, defilement of corpses, and aggravated assault. I sentence you to be burned at the stake for your
No, you can't do this. I'll have my revenge, damn you! I'll have my revenge! You'll see you're wrong, damn it! Ah!